Hi everyone, this is Lecture 9 of Zoo 148, Locomotory Adaptations. We will be taking a look at the locomotory adaptations of terrestrial, arboreal, fossorial, aquatic, gliding and flying mammals. This shows you the diversity of mammalian limbs, which are of course related to their locomotion. Mammals are found in almost every habitat in the world, from alpine mountaintops to plains, grasslands, from aerial heights to the depths of oceans, from slender forest branches to narrow subterranean burrows. Mammals occupy an extraordinary variety of substrates. Some are capable of running, swimming, or swinging at great speeds, while others creep slowly along limbs or push laboriously through the soil. The limbs of mammals reflect the diversity of their habitats. In terrestrial habitats, mammals adapted for walking are termed ambulatory, while those adapted for running are cursorial. Terrestrial mammals have a number of modes of progression. The primitive mammalian stock were plantigrade. These are found in slow to relatively fast mammals that can run or climb trees. The soles and palms touched the ground. So that's right, we're plantigrade. The metapodials are longer than the terminal digits, and this support the weight. This is seen in monotremes, insectivores, primates, most rodents, some carnivores, and small marsupials. The advantages of plantigrade foot are stability and weight-bearing ability. Plantigrade feet have the largest surface area. The primary disadvantage of a plantigrade foot is speed. Plantigrade mammals may be ambulatory, cursorial, or arboreal, or a combination of these. Digitigrade feet are found in carnivores with greater running speeds. The digits are the ones that touch the ground, so they have long carpals and tarsals and thus longer limbs than in the plantigrade feet. These are usually found in canids and felids. The unguligrade feet have relatively faster speed and most efficient cursorial locomotion. It is a more advanced type that is found in ungulates. Only tips of digits, the hooves or unguis, touch the ground. These are found in even-toed and odd-toed mammals. Mammals have 3-foot postures or stances based upon how the bones in their feet touch the ground. These are plantigrade, digitigrade, and unguligrade. Notice that the limbs are supported by the feet in plantigrade, digits in the digitigrade, and hooves in the unguligrade. The limbs become longer from plantigrade to digitigrade and from digitigrade to plantigrade stance. The longer the limb, the longer the stride, the faster the locomotion. So we now understand why ungulates are fast. But what makes this digitigrade the fastest mammal on land? The cheetah, Acinonyx jubatus, is built for speed. It has a flexible spine for long strides, a small aerodynamic head, light body weight for maximum speed, long legs for long strides, long flat tail for high-speed cornering, and ridged paws with claws always out for increased grip or traction. The cheetah can reach top speeds of between 100 and 120 kph, can cover 7 to 8 meters in one stride, and can accelerate from 0 to 80 kph in just 3 seconds. While cheetahs are built for speed, they are not built for endurance. They can easily overheat, so they say. They are inefficient hunters with less than 40% of hunts ending in kills. Their hunting inefficiency has been attributed to overheating, which has been recently debunked by Hetem et al. In 2013, although much study still has to be done. The alternating trunk flexion and extension explains why cheetahs can cover long distances over a short time. The following movement extends the action of the limbs for greater power and speed. The head is maintained with minimal deviation. During trunk flexion, it rounds its spine in preparation for striding. Then, with striding limbs, the trunk arches to extend the power and strength of the stride. Saltatorial locomotion is movement based on jumping or hopping. Because it is a mostly bipedal form of movement, the hind limbs are often highly developed, longer and very muscular in those species that use it. Ricochetal locomotion is solely from the hind limbs, with shortened grasping forelimbs and elongated tail for balance. Examples are rabbits and hares, desert rodents such as jerboa and kangaroo rats, kangaroos, and wallabies. Adaptations in ricochetal mammals include stiffening of the spine to resist whiplash. The cervical vertebrae are fused and lumbar vertebrae are robust. The sacrum and pelvic girdle are strongly fused, and there are ligaments from thoracic to cervical vertebrae and sacral to lumbar vertebrae to act as shock absorbers. Another adaptation is the use of elastic storage mechanism, such as found in the hind limb ligaments, as energy-saving adaptations. And, of course, a long tail that is used for counterbalancing. Another type of saltatorial locomotion is the spring or pronk, which is actually just a vertical lip, which is seen in antelopes such as springbok and gazelles, sheep, and goats. This function for play, to detect potential predators, for escape, used to alert others, to discourage predators, or to confuse predators. Very large mammals have graviportal locomotion. Since they are heavy-bodied, the weight of these mammals can only be supported by straight pillar-like legs. They have no digit reduction and deploy the digits in a circle around the axis of the limb for maximum support, like the pedestal of a column, and also additional pad support. These are seen in elephants, rhinoceros, and hippopotamus. Arboreal mammals are adapted for scansorial or climbing locomotion. Trees pose numerous mechanical challenges to animals moving through them, leading to a variety of anatomical, behavioral, and ecological consequences, as well as variations throughout different species. For scansorial mammals, elongated claws for clinging and friction pads are important to traverse the branches of trees safely. Arboreal procreation is the locomotion in mammals that use their forelimbs to hang or swing among the tree branches. These mammals have elongated and strong forelimbs, and some may have prehensile tail. Gibbons have grasping fingers. Sloths have well-developed curved claws instead. Fossorial locomotion is a necessity in most subterrestrial or underground habitats. It involves burrowing and digging into the ground and tunneling underneath to forage for food and nest. Moles are the most widely recognized group of mammals that prefer this form of movement exclusively. Notice that the manus are broad and spade-shaped, which are specialized for digging, including long claws designed to loosen the burrowing material for the hind feet to disperse in the back. The eyes are small or covered with fur, and ears are not visible. The star-nosed mole that you see there relies heavily on the mechanical information of its remarkable, specialized nose to find and identify their invertebrate prey without using sight. A number of mammals are capable of aerial locomotion, either by powered flight or by gliding. This trait was possibly derived from arboreal plantigrades. In powered flight, bats use muscular power to generate aerodynamic forces to climb or to maintain steady flight. In gliding, such as seen in so-called flying squirrels or in colugos, they use aerodynamic forces exerted on the body due to wind or gravity through the air. Aerial locomotion aids these canopy mammals in getting from tree to tree. Semi-aquatic mammals are capable of going on both land and water. This may have evolved from ambulatory plantigrades that developed webbed feet and elongated streamlined bodies. There are those that are both at home on land and in water. They have webbed feet but are still able to walk and run. This is seen in otters, beavers, koi poo or nutria, muskrat, and water shrew. There are also semi-aquatic mammals which are more adapted for life in water, such as sea lions, seals, and walruses, or the pinnipeds. Their feet are transformed into flippers, and thus they are inefficient on land. They occasionally come to the shore to rest or breed, but not to feed. Marine mammals are truly aquatic mammals, so they are no longer capable of going on land. The forelimbs are developed into flippers, the hind limbs and pelvic girdle are reduced, and they have flukes. Sirenians, such as the dugongs or sea cows and manatees, are limited to coastal zones, estuaries, and rivers. Cetaceans, such as dolphins, porpoises, and whales, are capable of exploiting the oceans, seas, and large rivers. They need water for buoyancy to survive, and when beached, the enormous weight presses down on their viscera and collapses the lungs, and they die from asphyxiation. Thank you for listening. Don't forget your third lecture quiz is on Friday, May 28th. The coverage is Trophic Adaptations, Parts 1 and 2, and this lecture, Locomotory Adaptations.